Hi friends, welcome to all. In this video we are going to see the packet tracer activity, map a network using CDP. Before coming to this packet tracer activity, friends, if you like to get my future uploading video info into your Gmail, you can subscribe this channel right now. Coming back to our activity, here we can see our addressing table which is incomplete. Also, we will go through the objectives. Map a network using CDP and SSH or remote access. We will go through the background here. A senior network administrator requires you to map the remote branch office network and discover the name of the recently installed switch that still needs an IP address to be configured. Your task is to create a map of the branch office network. You must record all of the network device names, IP addresses, and subnet mask and physical interfaces interconnecting the network devices, as well as the name of the switch that does not have an IP address. To map the network, you will use SSH for remote access and the Cisco Discovery Protocol, that is CDP, to discover information about neighboring network devices like routers and switches. Because CDP is a layer 2 protocol, it can be used to discover information about devices that do not have IP addresses. You will record the gathered information to complete the addressing table and provide a topology diagram of the remote branch office network. You will need the IP address for the remote branch office, which is 209.165.200.10. The local and remote administrative usernames and passwords are, here we can see that, local network, username is admin01, password is s3cre7p@55. Also in branch office network, username is a branch admin and the password the same s3cre7p@55. Coming to part 1, use SSH to remotely access network devices. In part 1, you will use the admin-pc to remotely access the Edge 1 gateway router. Next, from the Edge 1 router, you will SSH into the remote branch office. Here we can see that PC admin-pc. Coming to A, on the admin PC, open a command prompt. Then SSH into the gateway router at 192.168.1.1 using the username admin01 and the password as given here. Coming to admin-pc, desktop command prompt. Here we are going to give SSH -L admin01 and the target 192.168.1.1 and password s3cre7p@55. Here we can see now we are in this router Edge 1. They given a note here. Notice that you are placed directly into privileged exec mode. This is because the admin01 user account is set to privilege level 15. Here we can see that here we are in privilege exec mode. Coming to C, use the show IP interface brief and show interfaces commands to document the Edge 1 router's physical interfaces, IP addresses, and subnet mask in the addressing table. So we are going to use these show commands here. Coming to the router Edge 1, here we are going to give the show command, show IP interface brief, and here we can see the details. Here we can see serial 0/0/0 and its IP address. We will copy this address. Coming to our addressing table, now we have to get the subnet mask. Here we are going to give show interfaces, so we can give that particular interface serial 0/0/0. You will see the details. Here we can see internet address is 209.165.200.5, and here we can see the CIDR, that is a /30. Here we will give that 255.255.255.252. Coming to D, using the Edge 1 router CLI, you will SSH into the remote branch office at 209.165.200.10 with the username branch admin and the same password. Right, we will give that. Coming to our Edge router, here we are going to give a SSH -L username branch admin, and here we are going to give the target 209.165.200.10 and the password, that is yes3 CRE 7p@55. Now we got this device branch -edge. After connecting to the remote branch office at 209.165.200.10, what piece of previously missing information can now be added to the addressing table above? Yes, here we can see we are got this name here, the branch edge router host name. So we will copy this to our spreadsheet. Here we can see that here have the IP address. Now we got the device name, and also we have to get the subnet to mask. Now we will come to part 2. Use CDP to discover neighboring devices. You are now remotely connected to the branch -edge router. Using CDP, begin looking for connected network devices. Coming to A, issue the show IP interface brief and show interfaces commands to document the branch -edge router's network interfaces, IP addresses, and subnet to mask. Add the missing information to the addressing table to map the network. So we are going to give these commands, these show commands in this router branch -edge. Here we are going to give show IP interface brief, and here we can see the details. So this interface already we added serial 0/0/1. We have to get the subnet to mask for this interface. Also we can see one more interface, that is gigabit Ethernet 0/0 and its IP address. We will copy this address and we will add it to our spreadsheet. Here we can see that interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Better we will copy that interface name from here. The same router, that is branch -edge. Now we are going to give show interfaces. Here we are going to use first of all we will use a serial interface, serial 0/0/1, and we will get the details. Here we can see internet address and the prefix length is /30. So we will get the subnet to mask here, that is 255.255.255.252. Now we will go to the next interface. We'll give show interfaces gigabit Ethernet 0/0, and here we can see the details. Here we can see the IP address, we already copied that, and here we can see the prefix length, it's /29. Coming to our addressing table, subnet to mask 255.255.255.248. Coming to B, security best practice or recommends only running CDP when needed. So CDP may need to be turned on. Use a show CDP command to test its status. So here we are going to use show CDP. Show CDP, and here we can see CDP is not enabled. Coming to C, you need to turn on CDP, but it is a good idea to only broadcast CDP information to internal network devices and not to external networks. To do this, disable CDP on the serial 0/0/1 interface and then turn on the CDP protocol. Here we can see that command. Coming to the configuration, configure terminal, we have to go to the interface serial 0/0/1, and to here we are going to give no CDP enable and exit, and now we are going to give a CDP run. Coming to D, issue a show CDP neighbors command to find any neighboring network devices. Note, CDP will only show connected Cisco devices that are also running CDP. So we are going to give this command show CDP neighbors. Show CDP neighbors. And here we can see the details. Here we can see they're asking a couple of questions. Is there a neighboring network device? What type of device is it? What is its name? On what interface is it connected? Is the device's IP address listed? Record the information in the addressing table. Right, coming to our show CDP neighbors result, here we can see the device ID is branch-firewall, and we can see it's a router. Here we can see that capability is R is for router, and also we can see it's connected to the port gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Also the IP address of the device is not listed, we cannot see anywhere here. Now coming to our spreadsheet, here we can see the device name is branch-firewall. We will copy this. Also we can see here branch edge. Here we have to give a local interface and connected neighbor details, so that we have seen here here the local interface. Here we can see gigabit Ethernet 0/0. And the connected neighbor, we already copied that name here. Here is that. Now we will come to E. To find the IP address of the neighboring device, use the show CDP neighbors detail command and record the IP address. So here we are going to give this command. Show CDP neighbors detail. Here, aside from the neighboring device's IP address, what other piece of potentially sensitive information is listed? Here we can see from this show IP neighbors CDP neighbors details. Here we can see the IP address. Also we can see the version, Cisco iOS software version specified here. Coming to F. Now that you know the IP address of the neighbor device, you need to connect to it with SSH in order to discover other devices that may be its neighbors. So to connect with the SSH, use the same remote branch office username and password. Right, so we will do that. Here we are going to give a SSH-L branch admin and the target. Here we can see that. We'll copy this address and the password. Here is it. We'll paste it here. And now we can see we are in branch-firewall. After successfully connecting with the SSH, what does the command prompt show? Here we can see that branch-firewall. Now we are going to get the details from this branch-firewall. So here we are going to give show IP interface brief and here we can see the interface details. We will copy this gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Also we have gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Here we can see the IP address of gigabit Ethernet 0/0. And gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Now we will go to each interface and we will get the subnet to mask. Here we will give show interfaces. We have a gigabit Ethernet 0/0, and here we can see the details. It's a /29 prefix length. Coming to our subnet to mask 255.255.255.248. Now we will get the subnet to mask for this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. And here we can see the details. Here the prefix length is /25. That is 255.255.255.128. Now we will get a local interface and a connected neighbor for these two interfaces. Here we are going to give show CDP neighbors. Here we can see the details. Here this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 is connected to this router branch edge. It's not this router. Here we can see that branch edge. And for this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, here we can see that it's connected to gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Also we can see it's a switch capability. Here we can see it's a switch, platform 2960 switch, and here we can see the name of that device. Coming to G, you are remotely connected to the next neighbor. Use the show CDP neighbors command and the show CDP neighbors details command to discover other connected neighbor devices. What type of network device neighbor this device, or record any newly discovered devices in the addressing table, include their host name, interfaces, and IP addresses. Coming to our show CDP neighbors command, here we can see the result. Here we got two neighbors, one router and one switch. Here we can see this router branch edge. This is already we had seen, and we got one more device that is SW-BR-floor2. It's a switch, and we can see this switch is a newly discovered device here. Now here we are going to give the command show CDP neighbors details. Here we have more information. Right. Coming to the result, here we can see the device SW-BR-floor2. So I told this is the newly discovered device here, and we can see the IP address of this device. Also we can see the branch edge here. Coming to H, continue discovering new network devices using SSH and the show CDP commands. Eventually you will reach the end of the network and there will be no more devices to discover. Right. Now we will get into this switch SW-BR-floor2. Here we can see the IP address. We will copy this address, and here we are going to give SSH-L and the username. Here we can see branch admin, And once more we will copy this IP address, target address. Here is that. And password is here. Here we can see the device SW-BR-floor2. We will copy this and we will add into our spreadsheet. Here is our device. Now we will get the interface details for this device SW-BR-floor2 switch. Here we are going to give show IP interface brief, and here we can see the details. All the fast Ethernet 0/1 till 24. Also we can see gigabit Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2. So we will mark these informations into our spreadsheet. We have a fast Ethernet 0/1 till fast Ethernet 0/24. Also we have these two interfaces, a gigabit Ethernet 0/1 also gigabit Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see a virtual interface VLAN 1. Also here we can see the IP address for this virtual interface. We will copy this address. So all this interface belongs to this device. Yes, it's great. Now we have to get the subnet mask for this VLAN 1. Here we can give that show interfaces. We can go to VLAN 1, and here we can see the details, address. Also here we can see the prefix length, it's a /25. So here we can see that here we will give the subnet mask 255.255.255.128. Now we will find the neighbors for this device using show CDP neighbors, and here we can see the details. Here we have 3 devices SW-BR-floor3. It's a switch, and here we can see SW-BR-floor1. It's also a switch, and here is a branch-firewall. This is already we had seen. It's a router. Here we can see 2 switches which is newly discovered in this device. Now we will find the local interface and connected neighbors for this device SW-BR-floor2. Here we can see local interface fast Ethernet 0/24. We will copy this, and here we can see that port fast Ethernet 0/24. Also we have to see device ID. It's a floor 3. Here we can see the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2. And device ID floor 1. Here we can see gigabit Ethernet 0/1. And device ID is here, branch-firewall. Now we are going to find the IP address details of these neighbors. Here we are going to give show CDP neighbors detail, and here we can see the details. Here we can see SW-BR-floor3, and here we can see the IP address. Also coming to SW-BR-floor 1. Here we cannot see any IP address for this device, and here is the IP address for this router branch-firewall. Now we will log in into this device for SW-BR-floor 3 with this IP address. Here we don't have this command SSH, right? So we have to give enable password Cisco class. No, it's not working. We'll try S3 CRE7P@55. No, it's not working. Better we will move to the previous device. So we will exit from here, and here we can see we now we are in a branch-firewall privileged exit mode. Here we can give that SSH-L, then the username, that is branch admin. Then we have to give the target. We have to give the address. So we will search that here. Here we can see that we will copy this address. Yes, now we'll give the password S3 CRE7 caps P@55. Here we can see now we are in SW-BR-floor 3. Now we will get the details. So here is the device name. We will copy this to our spreadsheet, and we will see the different interfaces. Show IP interface brief, and here we can see fast Ethernet 0/1 till 24. Also we can see 2 gigabit Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2, and here we can see VLAN 1 IP address. We will get the interface details. Fast Ethernet 0/24. We will copy this. This is the interface which is connecting to our device SW-BR-floor 2. Also we have a gigabit Ethernet 0/1 and 0/2, and we have a virtual interface VLAN 1. And here we can see the IP address. Now we will get the subnet mask for this VLAN 1 interface. So we'll go to the interface VLAN 1, and here we can see the IP address and its prefix length. It's a /25. It is 255.255.255.128. Now we will give the command show CDP neighbors, and here we can see the details. Here we can see the local interface fast Ethernet 0/24. Then the device name, here we can see it says SW-BR-floor 2. And the second neighbor gigabit Ethernet 0/1 local interface. Yes, where is that? And device ID. Then no need to specify this interface here. We will delete this. and till here we'll do that. Now here we will give a show CDP neighbors detail. So here we can see for this device SW-BR-floor1 we cannot see any IP address. This already we have discussed. So we will get this device ID here. Here we can see this device SW-BR-floor1 is connected to this device, that is SW-BR-floor3 through this port ID, that is gigabit Ethernet 0/1. So we will get that address here. So we have this interface here, gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Just I will copy from here. Here we can see it's connected to SW-BR-floor3. Coming to addressing table, here we can see this device SW-BR-floor1 is connected to floor2 also, so that we can check with our previous command. Here we can see that SW-BR-floor1 to this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2. So here we will get this interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2. It's connected to this SW-BR-floor2. Here we can see what is the name of the switch that does not have an IP address on the network. Coming to this addressing table, here we can see that this SW-BR-floor1 is not having any IP address. Coming to I, draw a topology of the remote branch office network using the information you have gathered using CDP. As per our addressing table, here we can see we have 3 switches. Also we have a branch-edge and branch-firewall. So coming to our packet tracer, here we are going to use this router. We need 2 routers and 2960 3 switches. We will rename this router as branch-edge. And we can see this branch-edge is connecting to branch-firewall. So we will get this name and we will rename this router as a branch-firewall. And we can see here the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 on both routers used to connect each other. So here we are going to connect using copper crossover gigabit Ethernet 0/0 to gigabit Ethernet 0/0. So here we will mark that gigabit Ethernet 0/0. Right. Now we can see from this branch-firewall we have to connect to this SW-BR-floor2. So we will get this name and here we will rename this switch. So we have to rename. Yes. And here we can see we have to connect to branch firewall to gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, right? So we will do that. Copper straight through gigabit Ethernet 0/1 to gigabit Ethernet 0/1. So we will mark that gigabit Ethernet 0/1. right. Now here we can see from this SW-BR-floor2 we have to connect to SW-BR-floor3 and SW-BR-floor1. So we'll get this name, and here we will give this a switch name floor 3, and here we will give floor 1. Here we will check the interface. Here we can see we have to connect to fast Ethernet 0/24 for this device for connecting to this floor 3. Also we can see here we have to use to give fast Ethernet 0/24 for this interface for this device SW-BR-floor 3. So both side we have to use 0/24. It's quite easy, right? So we'll use fast Ethernet 0/24 and fast Ethernet 0/24. Also here we can see SW-BR-floor 1 we have to use gigabit Ethernet 0/2 in this floor 2. Also here we can see we have to use gigabit Ethernet 0 slash where is that 0/2, yes, for this device of floor 1. So we will do that, gigabit Ethernet 0/2, gigabit Ethernet 0/2. So we will mark that this is a gigabit Ethernet 0/2. And here we have fast Ethernet 0/24, and the other side it's a fast Ethernet 0/24. And finally here we can see we have to connect this floor 3 and floor 1 device using the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Here we can see that. Here we will use copper straight through gigabit Ethernet 0/1, gigabit Ethernet 0/1. So we will mark that here, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Right. Yes, so this is the topology of the remote branch office network. So we made this network using our addressing table. Well, that's all in this packet tracer activity, that is map a network using CDP. Friends, if you have any doubt in this packet tracer activity, please comment below. Also, if you like my video, give a thumb. And don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you will get latest uploading video info into our Gmail. Thank you.